The average Apple Watch user wears their device for over 11 hours a day. It tracks your heavy workouts, it monitors your sleep, and it sits tightly against your skin the entire time. By September 2026, the executive who oversaw the massive expansion of this wearable ecosystem, Tim Cook, will step down as CEO. Taking his place is John Ternus. For the first time in 50 years, Apple is handing the reins to a hardware engineering chief. He takes command at a complicated moment. Apple is currently defending a massive class action lawsuit centered on a severe failure in the chemical safety of its physical materials. The case is Cavalier v. Apple. It alleges that several of the company's most popular watch bands are saturated with toxic forever chemicals. The litigation traces back to a December 2024 study out of the University of Notre Dame. Researchers tested consumer smartwatch bands and detected extremely high concentrations of a specific chemical called PFHxA. The lawsuit zeroes in on 3 specific models: the standard sport band, the Nike sport band, and the Ocean band. All 3 are manufactured using a synthetic rubber known as fluoroelastomer. Independent lab results revealed chemical levels far exceeding safety thresholds, suggesting a systemic breakdown in how the company monitors the materials it puts on millions of wrists. Apple selected fluoroelastomer for these bands because it is incredibly resilient. The material repels sweat, resists skin oils, and withstands the heat generated during intense physical activity. But the chemical structure of fluoroelastomer intrinsically contains PFAS. Specifically, these bands release PFHxA, a compound linked to liver damage and severe developmental toxicity. The Environmental Protection Agency has formally identified PFHxA as a significant hazard. These chemicals resist degradation, meaning they accumulate and persist in the human body over long periods. The primary threat here is dermal absorption. When you exercise, your body heat rises and your pores open. The sweat trapped beneath the tight watch band acts as a conduit, accelerating the transfer of these chemicals through your skin and into your bloodstream. The precise engineering required to make these bands durable enough for a workout creates the exact physical conditions necessary for toxic exposure. In March 2026, a federal judge allowed the lawsuit to move forward. The court's decision hinged on a massive discrepancy between the company's stated policies and the physical reality of its hardware. Apple's internal safety baseline required suppliers to keep PFHxA concentration strictly below 25 parts per billion. However, independent lab testing on the bands detected concentrations exceeding 1,000 parts per billion, a chemical load 40 times higher than Apple's maximum limit. The court refused to dismiss the case. The hardware violated the specific engineering standards Apple had set for itself. The Cavalier case now serves as the first major hurdle for John Ternus. As an engineering-first CEO, he faces a stark choice: fight a protracted legal battle or initiate a complete overhaul of their wearable materials. If you purchased a Sport, Nike Sport, or Ocean band, you are automatically considered a potential class member in this opt-out lawsuit. Cautionary: be careful with third-party sites claiming they can enroll you. There is absolutely no sign-up form or payment required right now to participate in an eventual settlement. Your only job today is to save your documentation. Find your original Apple order emails, digital store receipts, or old credit card statements, because that proof of purchase is the only way you will be able to claim a share of a settlement later. Class actions move slowly. But as leadership shifts to a hardware specialist, Apple's future legacy will be judged heavily by the chemical safety of its physical supply chain. In the meantime, you can easily reduce your exposure. If you own one of the named bands, take it off during high-risk windows, specifically when you sleep and when you exercise. You can also replace it entirely. Look for bands made from materials confirmed to be PFAS-free, like medical-grade silicone, woven nylon, or the stainless steel Milanese loop. And when shopping for any future smartwatch band, read the product description. If you see the word fluoroelastomer, you are buying a product that contains these chemicals. Apple has built its modern brand on promises of health, safety, and environmental responsibility. To maintain that trust, its hardware engineering will have to catch up to its marketing.